Hey guys, Bladed Angel here, and apparently people actually took the first video seriously and actually wanted a part 2 despite the honorable mentions bit, but you know what, who cares, here we are now. What do you mean this car isn't cheap enough for this list? Don't worry, it's the most expensive entry and it only gets cheaper from here. Never mind that this car will probably kill you, forget all the recorded fatalities this car has. It's a perfect daily driver. I mean, Daddy Doug daily drove one and he's a god amongst men, so if he says it can be daily driven, that's enough proof for me. No traction control? Bah! Who needs all those fancy driving assists? Screw having a choice of automatic transmission either, only comes in manual. Big giant V10 that's terrible on gas mileage and overheats like crap, who cares? This car cost around 38 grand used, and for that price you're getting perhaps the best combination of sexy, fast, and reliable, air quotes. Also, without side exhaust, you won't have to accidentally burn your leg on the way in. If that's not convincing enough argument that this isn't the best Viper, I don't know what is. If you want something more modern and also equally as likely to get you killed like a Dodge Viper, then get a 350 or 370Z. With a naturally aspirated V6, the 350Z and 370Z are packing some decent power, but where their real potential lies is in the aftermarket. You can find everything you need there. Cosmetics, performance, whatever you want, it's probably there. The car is rear-wheel drive, but since it's just as likely to kill you whether there's snow or not, you can probably still drive this car in the snow anyways, because screw the rules, you have money. Speaking of money, you don't actually need that much to buy one, since you can find a lot of 350Zs under 10 grand. 370Zs go for around 15 to 20 grand used depending on what year you buy them, but in all seriousness, it's a great bargain for the price. The insurance on these cars can be quite pricey, so be aware of that. Storage space in this car is rather limited, and the back seats aren't the greatest. But who cares, especially if you're young and don't have kids. These cars are reliable and parts to maintain them are decently affordable. If you consider yourself a competent driver, this makes for a great entry-level affordable daily drive performance car. You guys always ask, where's the Miata? Doesn't even matter what video it is. I can make a video about the best waifu of 2018, it's 02 by the way, and y'all would still comment, where's the Miata? I feel like for the rest of my life in every video I make, I have to include a Miata somewhere, or else the Miata fanboys will go all keyboard war. Like, I didn't realize people took the whole Miata's always the answer so seriously. Oh wait, you want me to stop ranting and talk about how this is a good daily driver? Well, I've mentioned this car a million times, so y'all probably already know what the answer to that is. And let's be real, all the people who wanted this entry already know the Miata like the back of their hand. They just watched the video because they want their opinions to be validated, so on to the next one. In the same vein I mentioned the Miata, that's the exact reason the Civic is also in this video. You can find used Honda Civic SIs for fairly cheap. From 2006 onwards, this car comes with almost 200 horsepower, which isn't bad for this lightweight front-wheel drive compact. I'll admit, it makes for a great first car for a teenager who wants to do some hooning about. You even have a choice of whether or not you want a sedan or coupe, and personally I like the coupe more because it looks more badass, relatively speaking, because it's still a Honda, but it's looking pretty clean. Also, if you won't have to be anyone's chauffeur that way because you only have 2 doors and you could just be like, screw you, I'm just gonna do whatever I want. But if you love hooning with your friends, you could get the sedan too. Not a bad choice either. Storage space is nice and it's a decently comfortable ride. Nice aftermarket support, cheap parts for maintenance and modding, and great reliability so it probably won't even break in the first place. LS. That's it. That's all that needs to be said. Next entry. Whenever most car enthusiasts talk about Subarus, it's always the WRX that gets the spotlight. Sometimes we also occasionally hear about its adopted brother, the BRZ, but the Legacy GT is a seriously underrated Subi. Also, I put a freaking Civic in this list, so goddamn the inner Subi fanboy in me is not about to let a sub 200 horsepower car get an entry, but not this beast. You can find 2009 Legacy GT 2.5 limiteds for around 10 grand. Depending on the mileage, some get as low as 5 grand even. The car has around 243 horsepower and 241 pound-feet of torque, which is very formidable for the price you're paying, and for also what the car can do aside from performance. It's all-wheel drive and has 4 doors with decent storage space. If you want even more storage space, you can look for 2005 or 2006 wagons, but they are quite rare. This car is an unsung sleeper, and that's probably for the better since that's kind of the point of a sleeper anyway. And side note, if you wonder why I'm a Subi fanboy despite the fact that I own a Ford Mustang GT, it's because I live in Indiana and one of the Subaru factories is here in Lafayette. Honorable mentions. Jokes are even funnier the second time around, right? Alright, listen closely. I need you to use your imagination and whatever car you're about to comment, boom, imagine it right here. And I managed to fit every single car in the world in yet again another one of my videos. Do you like horribly inefficient engines that not only ooze fuel, but also a whole lot of personality? Do you think the Mazda RX-7 is too mainstream? Do you love suicide doors? If you said yes to all 3 of these, then boy do I have the car for you. You can find RX-8s for as cheap as $4 grand even, and for the amount of power they're putting out, it's a steal. However, fair warning is that this car isn't for the faint of heart. You're going to spend money on it, and a whole lot of it. When it comes to rotaries, they're either reliable or unreliable. It's luck of the draw. And don't bet you'll get your hands on a reliable one either, since all the owners who have good ones aren't selling theirs anytime soon. So buckle up and watch your wallet bleed money as you embark on a journey to repair this underappreciated rotary Dorito legend. But hey, who cares about gas mileage anyway? It's not about the miles per gallon, it's about the smiles per gallon. And trust me, this car has a lot of smiles in store for you. That's all I've got for this video, and no, don't expect a part 3 because I already drained this subject drive for now after I just put every single car in the entire world in one video. This is the only video that actually needs to exist. Screw making any more videos, I'm done. That's a joke. If anything, I'll actually be uploading more frequently, so if you enjoy automotive content, make sure to subscribe. As always, see y'all next time. Bladed Angel out.